We're looking at the new Xperia Arc by Sony Ericsson. It's our flagship Android device. And I know since you guys all want to know, I'm just going to show it to you. Right there, it's running Android 2.3. It's official, you can see it for yourself. It's also running the newest 8255 Snapdragon Qualcomm processor. Newest, most efficient processor out there. It's still 1 gig. Let me show you some features on the phone inside and out. First thing you'll notice is the bright display. And because it's 2.3, we got multiple home screens. We got 5 different home screens. You'll notice there our unique media panel. It's part of the Sony Ericsson experience. What you're playing here, this is your pictures, and that should look familiar from the Timescape and Mediascape panels we used to have. And down here is your media pane. It gives you your music, your pictures, and your video. Really cool feature on this, again, part of the Sony experience, is if I pinch in, it gives me an overview of all the widgets I have on all of my home pages. Something that we offer that no one else does. If I want to see something, I don't want to go to there, but say I go to Pandora, it's not going to go to that panel, I can pull it up. We keep looking at the front, you'll notice 3 hard buttons, 3 dedicated hard buttons, no soft touch buttons on it. Super duper slim design. It's at the center point, is actually one of the thinnest phones on the market. When we go to the top, you've got a standard 3.5 headphone jack, your power button, and a mini HDMI out. I'm going to show you that later, great demo on that. Home charger, your volume and your zoom for your camera, and a dedicated camera key. And that's important because we obviously are well known for our cameras, and that dedicated key makes life a lot easier. On the back, a couple things you'll notice here. It's a dedicated speaker for your media player, a second microphone. And this is kind of unique as well. It's something the first time we've done it's for when you're recording videos. It's going to make the recordings a lot clearer and a lot better. LED flash, 8.1 megapixel camera, 720 HD video recording. And when we get into the phone, I mentioned earlier the media pane that we have here. So I can play my music here, and obviously you can't hear it, but very loud. I can get my music going and still do any of the other functions I want to do. If I want to go in and use an app, I can go in, use an application. Status bar there, hit the button, album cover. We're good to go there. Down here you'll notice this panel, this panel never moves. No matter what page I'm on, I've got this bottom panel here. Those 4 buttons can be changed, they're completely customizable, but that allows you to have what you use the most on every single screen. So I do a lot of messaging, obviously a lot of phone calls. So I keep them there so I can just hit the button no matter what screen I'm on, I've got access to those. This is my button for all my apps. You can sort them in a couple different ways, custom, alphabetically, most used, most recently installed. I mentioned earlier the HDMI out. I want to show you a demo of that. It's phenomenal. So first thing I want you to notice here is the TV is turned off. So the red light shows the TV's off. We're going to take our HDMI cable, and all I'm going to do is plug it into the phone. So I'm plugged into the phone. It's going to take a minute, but instantly the first thing you notice is it switches the TV on. It shows we're on the HDMI 2. It shows player 1. Now it shows we're hooked up to the cell phone. And it default opens to the gallery because it assumes if I'm hooking up an HDMI cable that it wants to look at a video. So a couple things I can do from here. I've got my gallery. Here's the video. And what you see here is you're going to see what I'm playing here in HD playing here. So the TV is emulating exactly what I'm doing on my phone. Incredible, I know it doesn't come over very well in the videos, but incredible picture quality. So the other thing that's really neat with this, and I love photography, so I can go in and look at the pictures I've taken, and that'll take a second to clear because it's blown it up so big, but I can go in and look at the pictures on my phone, decide what I want to keep. Those are my kids, by the way. Decide what I want to keep before I do it. And my bird. So I could also go all the way out if I want and use the TV as an emulator. You see, it's showing you now exactly what I'm doing on my phone. So I could literally play Angry Birds on my 60-inch TV at home through my HDMI cable. So the other really neat thing here is that when I write my message, you see how big and nice the keyboard is. But one of the really cool features of 2.3 is if I'm going through, now if I realize, obviously not a word, but if I want to go back to that V, with old Android, I had to hunt and peck until I can get it to the right place. With the new one, there's this brown bar here, oops, and I can just slide that over to where I want to slide it to, and then delete it. You also got copy and paste. So that's part of the 2.3. Now some of the technology that makes it unique and what makes this work so well is we're using the mobile Bravia engine. That's what makes the screen super bright. It actually makes it more efficient than what you're going to get with your Super AMOLED screens, and considerably more efficient on the battery as well, so longer battery life. On the camera, the low light pictures is from the Exmor-R processor that we have on our normal cameras, our Alpha series, our point and shoots, and our video camera. We've incorporated those both into here to make your life easier and kind of marry all our parent products together and make it just an absolutely incredible experience.
Pricing and availability?
Pricing we don't have yet, and availability we don't have. We expect it to become available end of the first quarter. We're not sure where, but obviously from then you'll hear announcements that'll start rolling out. Pricing is going to vary by carrier and market. My name is Dan Daniel. This is the new Sony Ericsson Xperia Arc. Thank you for your time.